Record. Okay, part 2. Next thing you want to do, plug in your knock sensor back in. And you'll hear that snap. This is a bracket that actually comes with a premium, which is nice. Thank you. And you just push that back in. That holds the harness there. Then the next thing that you want to do is you're going to loosen, well, actually going to wait to put these hose on right here at the bottom of the plenum. Is we're going to clean both sides because they're pretty grimy and gross. We're going to clean them up. What, brake cleaner?
Wire brush and brake cleaner?
Yep, wire brush and brake cleaner to clean them up, and we'll put the new gaskets on. And then we'll connect those hoses, and we'll disconnect, we'll get rid of the zip tie and connect those hoses, and then we'll be able to put the right back on. Okay, as you can see, where the gasket goes on this side and on this side is clean. What we used was this beautiful Craftsman drill, battery operated, with a wire brush. And you can see the gasket underneath ready to be put on. And brake cleaner. Any kind of brake cleaner. And then we wiped it down. And that's important to do because there's buildup and grime and disgustingness and all that other stuff that comes with taking stuff off of a car. And so now we're going to put the gasket on. And then what we'll do is cut the zip tie. Then next, before we put the plenum on, you need to bring it a little bit closer, and like I showed you before, there's a bracket right here, and then there's the hose, this hose here, that wiggles on. Another thing I want to point out is always double check what you're doing, making sure everything is connected properly. Tight your snaps, bolted down specs and everything before you put things back together. Now you end up putting, with the hoses connected, the one in the clip and the one back on its actual hole, you'll just slide this right back up in, and you'll start to put the bolts in from the center, hand tight. And like I said, you want to thread from the center. You want to thread from the center out when you tighten them down. So just put them in hand tight, get them started, so it's completely aligned. And you can see that the gasket is completely aligned. A little slow here. Yoy. Better if I was left. Like going left like that? No. Well, it didn't take as long as removing the bottom bolt of the starter. What we're going to do, these are 12 millimeter, I believe.
Yep.
And
works, measures, measurements, but
So what you want to do is start from the center and tighten the center, tighten the stud, tighten the stud, then out so that it seats properly, and then we're going to torque it down to 11 foot-pounds. So now we have our torque wrench is set to 11 foot-pounds, and it's a subtle snap. It's not as loud as a 1/2 inch torque. It's very subtle, so pay attention. You don't want to over tighten. And you start in the middle and do all the middle nuts or bolts, and then the outer for this. So then that is back on, good to go. So now what you want to do is take this nut out, which we put back in there. I mean, this bolt. This goes out, comes out. You want to hold this, or you want me to do it? I think these are 10s. Okay. So this little edge here, this is nothing more than a bracket. This little edge here goes in that hole. Put your screw back, or your bolt back in. I'll get it right, whatever it is eventually. Is it stuck? There we go. And it's kind of hard to see. I'm hand tightening. I don't really need to do that, but I'm bringing it down by hand. And my 10mm. There it is. Real easy. This one here. Just want to tighten it down. And you don't have to torque it. I loosened one of these and I almost fell over the car. I was like, whoa. Okay, so the next thing is, this is a bracket that holds this here. We'll connect that in a minute. This is your map sensor. You want to connect that. You want to snap that in. You also want to take this bolt loose. Aha, I got it right. Right here. You want to bring this back, align it up. That's nice and tight and snug. This is nice and tight and snug. You will bring this back, connect it here, put it here, and you'll wiggle it. Here we go back wiggling. Remember, we wiggle. That's what we do. Right, buddy? We wiggle. You bring it,
wiggle.
Wiggle, wiggle. Bring it all the way down. You take your needle nose. 1 second. We'll bring it all the way down, back to its original location, with the clamps out, easy access, back on. Yes? Yes? We double check, connect, 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 everything's bracketed back on. The only thing that we need to put on next is the overflow reservoir. Which, like I said, here's the, some cobwebs. Here's the nut for this. This is a 10 as well. And you can see that this has a little side groove on the actual fan cover. There's a groove right here. This just slides right through in that. Slides right down. Ta-da. You screw it back in. All antifreeze go flying out of your radiator. It can be reused. I do my wrench. Nice and tight. Does not have to be overly tightened. Yeah, put your little. This thing's originally looked like it was broken. So this hose has been squeezed on this. It's broken by something. It's fine. I mean, you can zip tie it, but it would really have to be up close to the cap. It's not going to come off. It's not high pressured. just an overflow. So the next thing you want to do is you want to clear your engine off. We will put the beauty cover on in a minute. What we're going to do is, like I said in the beginning of the video, negative is always first one off, last one on. That requires, because of how it's designed, a 12 millimeter, either 12 or 13 millimeter. So, I forget which one. It's a 13. On this car, it's a 13. So you put your positive back on first. Make sure that's on there good.
I don't know with this car, the horn might sound, the alarm sound.
Great.
Might sound. I don't know if it'll do or not, but you do your normal standard process with the alarm. Hit the lock button, unlock button,
Oh.
and the key fob.
Thank you, because I didn't know it. I didn't know that. What the fuck? Oh. No wonder why these are not excessively tightened down. You have a hard time trying to get to them. Good and snug. Put your negative on.
Okay, that's good. The alarm didn't sound, that's a good thing.
Tighten down your negative. The next thing we are going to do, once this is tightened down, is we are going to start this car up. So, Tom, dude, you want to do the honors?
For the moment.
Should be in there. I never moved it. I just put it on the seat. Do it again. Thank you, A Premium Auto Parts. We appreciate it. It's well worth buying. Good quality parts that work. Thank you, buddy. Car runs great. We gotta put the beauty cover back on. Good from before. Thank you for watching. Take care.